Have you ever felt like you're explaining yourself clearly, but it just leads to more tension? High stakes communication should not feel like you're walking a tightrope or you're watching out for landmines. In this quick video, you're going to learn a strategic tactic called iMessages so that you can get what you want, get what you need without triggering defensiveness, conflict, or worst case, a fight. The first thing to understand is that a lot of direct talk, shooting people straight, especially in emotionally charged situations, which, by the way, you might not even realize it's an emotionally charged situation. Someone else might just be under stress because of their workload, and so for them, it is. But a lot of times, shooting people straight can be misinterpreted as pressure or potentially even blame, depending on how it's worded. When someone says something like, I need you to do X by this date, or I need you to stop this, or you're making me feel angry, or you're making me feel frustrated. Anytime that you tie someone else to an emotion you're having, or someone else to something that you need done, but you're telling them they need to do it, that can cause defensiveness. So that's the issue, and this is where iMessages come in. iMessage is a very strategic way, and there's a specific formula to it I'm going to go through right now that gets you results without that resistance. And then I'm going to explain why it works. So the formula is when blank, X happens, I feel Y, usually feel an emotion, because Z. And you can explain the concrete impact. So let's go through an example. When you show up late to the meeting, or when people show up late to the meeting, I feel frustrated, I feel worried, I feel disrespected because I'm not able to get through all the plans for the company that I need everyone to be aware of. Or I feel frustrated because I'm not able to deliver to clients the report that they're expecting, and I'm afraid that's going to make us look bad and decrease our LTV. Right? So what you're doing is when X happens, and you're not, be careful not to blame someone, but just to say very, very plainly, like as if you were to take a picture of it, there was to be a video of it, what would be the exact description of the scene? When X happens, I feel sad, frustrated, angry. It's important to include the emotion because it shows you're a human being and this affects you. And this is not, ushy-gushy emotions all over the place. We got to sing Kumbaya. But it's important for people to know that, their actions are actually having an impact or, a stimulus for it to have an impact on you. And then the concrete in the situation. How does it affect the company? How does it affect your clients? How does it affect your relationship? Things like that. Let the person know this is having a concrete negative impact. When this is delivered this way, what happens is there's no covert level of blame. There's no, pressure that you need to do something. All you're stating is that you have a problem, and it invites the other person to come up with a solution on their own. Now you can, get into with that conversation, you can get into what would be an appropriate solution for both of you. But this first step, just using the iMessage, just lets the other person know that you're having an issue. And it invites them to come in and collaborate with you to get your needs met. And this works fantastically. I've had so many issues, as you know, people just have difference of values. Issues come up daily where it's like, I'd really like, if this could happen. You invite the other person in. The funny one that always happens with my girlfriend is she'll say, are you hungry? When in reality, she's hungry and she doesn't want to eat by herself. So these little things come up here and there where people use a you message when really it's what they need to be using is an I message because it's about a need that they have. So you can use this in your boardroom. You can use this in your bedroom. It works universally because humans are humans. So try it out. Let me know in the comments below what the situation was that you tried it in and what iMessage you used. There's a lot of ways that people can actually go wrong with these iMessages. Again, if you covertly include blame, someone's going to feel that. When you do this, that can cause an issue, or you make me feel. So the iMessage gets around all that. So try it out. Let me know how it goes, and stay tuned for the next one.